Welcome back to my channel. So today we are making one of the staple foods from Zimbabwe, which is Sadza Isitshwala. There's different names for it. So it's basically made out of maize meal. So the maize meal is like grounded into a powder, and for those that don't know what it is, it kind of looks like mashed potatoes, but it's made out of maize meal. So most of the time I actually bring my own maize meal from my land in Zimbabwe, but then this time, because I was carrying so much, I actually didn't even have any space for it, so I've had to go to the shops looking for it, and I did find it in quite a few different shops with different prices.
It's got Iwisa 2 kg for $3.99. Let me know in the comment section how much it costs in your country, but this is in pounds. Also 5 kg for $7.99. The 10 is $15.99.
So traditionally we use a whisk to make it, so this is how the whisk looks. So just in case you don't have a whisk, I am going to show you different methods on how you can make it, and all we need is just this wooden spoon. Anyway, let's get started.
The method that we're going to be using does not require a whisk, so we are going to create a paste using mealie meal and water. I've just got a little bit of water in my pot, so I'm adding a little bit of mealie meal, and I'm going to make sure that I'm mixing properly just to ensure that there are no lumps in my paste. Then I am adding some hot water to create my porridge, and make sure that you keep mixing, because if you don't, you're actually going to have some lumps in your porridge, but we want it nice and smooth, so continue to mix. Make sure that you're mixing thoroughly. As you're mixing, it should start to get thicker, and then once it starts to get thick, cover it and let it simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes on medium to low heat. Once the porridge is cooked, gradually stir in your mealie meal, and only put a little bit at a time, making sure that you're mixing thoroughly to ensure that there are no lumps. Always make sure that you add just a little bit at a time and mix thoroughly, and repeat the process until you get the thickness that you want. Once your sadza is your desired thickness, cover it and reduce it to a very low heat, and let it cook for a further 10 to 15 minutes. Guys, I'm sure by now you know that I'm a little bit of a geek, so I have to share a few things that I found out about maize. So although maize is often listed as one of the crops introduced in Africa by the Portuguese, how maize was brought into Africa cannot be established with certainty. Linguistic evidence strongly suggests that maize spread from coastal regions into the interior of tropical Africa from Mexico in the 1800s. While it's often said the Portuguese brought maize from the New World, there's no proof yet. Maize likely entered Africa from various points and times. By the 16th century, it was growing along the coast from the river Gambia to Sao Tome and possibly in Ethiopia. By the 17th century, it was also mentioned in places like Zanzibar. However, there's limited information about its presence inland. Maize didn't become a major export or staple food in most of Eastern and Central tropical Africa until relatively recently. Right, going back to Sadza. Sadza has a high carbohydrate and fiber content. The mealie meal sold in shops is fortified with vitamins and minerals. It's actually a legal requirement for it to be fortified. A significant number of children under the age of 5 in developing countries are experiencing a high rate of stunting, which poses a significant obstacle to proper growth. This stunting often stems from inadequate nutrition due to poor diet. To combat this issue, efforts are being directed towards food fortification aimed at reducing stunting rates in this age group. The food fortification program is tailored to address the country's deficiencies in essential micronutrients, as highlighted in the 2012 Zimbabwe Micronutrient Survey. This initiative involves fortifying maize meal, sugar, cooking oil and wheat flour. So the findings of the survey found that 19% of children aged from 6 months to 59 months are deficient in vitamin A, and 72% suffer from iron deficiency, and another 31% are anemic. According to some nutrition experts, the maize meal available in supermarkets undergo extensive processing, resulting in a loss of essential nutrients which are crucial for the skin, hair and brain health. So maize in its natural state contains nutrients like vitamin A, vitamin C, iron and fiber. However, when it is processed, these nutrients get stripped away. Before you serve it, mix it thoroughly so it's nice and smooth and it's ready to serve. A little tip is to dip your wooden spoon in cold water so you can scoop it nicely and plate it. How do you tell that your sadza is cooked to perfection? Well, it has a nice thick crust at the bottom of your pan. So you can have this with any relish. I am having mine with some beans and some cowpea leaves.
Good. It looks so good, honestly. Oh, still a bit hot. Oh, very nice. Really, really good. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell notification. And guys, leave a comment. You know I love reading your comments, so please leave a comment. Let me know what your favorite African food is. Guys, leave a comment. You know I love reading your comments. Make sure that you leave a comment. And thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.